Odegaard. Ravel. Ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Hello, welcome to the Rotherham United podcast. We should be talking about a good 3 points against Derby County. Instead, we are going to be talking about no football for the past 3 days. It's like a flashback to the original lockdown, this. Hopefully this is much shorter lived than that one, but we'll soon find out. Full house Mick.
Hello.
And Benjamin as well.
Hello.
We did the YouTube video on Saturday, sort of instant reaction. Have your thoughts changed, Mick, from Saturday at all? Still disappointed?
Not really. I'm still disappointed. I'm disappointed that we're no game. Disappointed that we've not got anything to look forward to over Christmas, football-wise. Or else for that matter, really, I guess. But
I'm sure your wife will be pleased to hear that.
I'm sure she will, yeah. But football-wise, yeah, I mean, it's disappointing that we're going to lose out on that. But like we discussed on Saturday, I felt that I feel pretty much that I can't speak. I can't string a sentence together. I think I'm pretty positive about it and the effect it's going to have on the team. Yeah. Personally, that's my view anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's mostly positive. There are some negatives from it. Like we've started to build up a bit of performance level.
Yeah,
which is now going to potentially fall away. We are recording Sunday night, so there's been no more official word from the club or the EFL. I think, again, from what Paul Davies tweeted, we're waiting on results for the rest of the COVID results, which should come on Monday. So we'll know sort of fuller extent. If there's 10 players that tested positive, then we're not going to be playing this year. No. If there's only one confirmed case, then there's a good chance Ben will be back for the 2nd of January game.
Yeah.
Tell only 10-day quarantine, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, I don't know when the revised date, I know they put out a statement saying that there's the revised date.
For the game?
Yeah, I don't know when that is. Obviously, looking now, I can see we've got, on the 16th, they've got Derby. So I don't know if you play them back-to-back or whatever. But we've got a nice little 3-week break. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, 2-week break. Yeah, 2 weeks.
2-week break, yeah.
Well,
from the league, including everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe another lockdown, but whatever. Let's hope not. But 2-week break, it's going to be good physically, maybe good mentally. Obviously, they can't really spend Christmas how they want to, but no one can. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see first game back the mental side of the players, if you know what I mean, on the performance.
Yeah, I think it should be, from that point of view, from a mental point of view, other than the people that get ill, which hopefully is as few as possible, and any illnesses they get are as mild as possible, because obviously it can be bad, it can be very, very bad, but they're all fit, young, healthy men.
Athletes.
Men, it wouldn't matter men or women, does it? If they're very young and fit, healthy.
And athletes.
Professional. So it would be unlikely that there would be any issues, major issues. So fingers crossed, touch wood and everything else, that there are no major issues from that point of view. But from a football point of view, I don't see why, for the ones that don't get it at all, why would it really be a negative? It's a rest. It's been the most hectic schedule of football almost ever in England. Yeah. And now they get what is almost going to be a 2-week rest over Christmas, which is the time you want to spend with your family. They now, with the ones that do have family living locally, can now spend Christmas with the family.
There's loads of positives to be got from it, like we discussed on Saturday, isn't there? And the negative side of it is that we were doing so well performance-wise. They'd really picked up.
Turned the corner, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't really make a lot of difference, does it? That all that was hard work.
Yeah.
And that's not something that comes with confidence. That you just do it. You should, and on what we should have been doing since we started whenever we started, October. Yeah. So we'll be all right. We'll be fine as long as EFL don't stick us with a 15-point deduction for having his own ground, but having somebody who were badly.
Yeah. Well, looking at the other cases, so looking at Sunderland, Peterborough, and Newcastle and Bristol Rovers. So based on those cancellations, and Sunderland was similar to ours, but I think it was cancelled very close to kick off.
Right.
They're currently being investigated,
Right.
but they've been told they can rearrange all the games. They don't have to wait for an investigation to finish before they can do any rearrangements, which means they're not going to get forfeit results. Otherwise,
No.
you can't rearrange a game that EFL are going to take off you.
No.
So, for anybody worrying that EFL might stiff us, I would put a lot of money on it that this time they won't. But it is the EFL, so there's always that small chance.
Yeah, you can't be 100%, can you?
No. So yeah, look at them. They've all had 3 games postponed. Peterborough were the most recent one, I think. Their next game is scheduled for the 2nd of January.
Right.
But again, that's subject to more cases being confirmed.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So it's come at such. If this came, we're looking at fixture list. If this came at the beginning of January, we'd only miss 1 game, 2 games.
Yeah.
It's just because it's the Christmas period where you're getting 3 games in a week. Although I suppose there's 3 games in a week for the.
I was going to say, yeah, that's no different to rest of the season, is
No.
it? You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. This it is not a bad thing. And once you're over the disappointment of not having a Boxing Day game and a New Year's Day game, and the game Saturday just gone, get over that. It's going to be positive for us because hopefully we're going to get at least 1 or 2 players back.
Yeah.
Are very, very close to being back next time we play, and that's massive for us.
Yeah, Ben. A negative is it's not a big negative, but it's certainly a negative. Almost certainly, next time we play, we will be in the bottom 3.
Yeah. I don't know what this means for Derby though. Do they have to house it or?
No, there's been no contact.
We're probably going to be in the bottom 3, but we expected to be in a relegation fight. I think it puts pressure on all the other teams because if they want to get 2 points from these next games, we've got 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
And we'll be 3 games in hand. We'll be laughing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to go really well or really bad because if everyone wins the next 3 games and we're 9 points behind, puts pressure on us. But it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. It's been an interesting year. And
That's one way to put
continues to excite.
Yeah, around us at the weekend, everybody picked up points. Obviously, other than us and Derby, who didn't play. Piggies won, unbelievably. Wycombe picked up a very, very late draw against QPR, obviously picked up a point as well, and Forest picked up a point at Millwall.
Yeah.
If I'm a Forest fan, a Wednesday fan, a Wycombe fan, I'm thinking this is a fantastic opportunity. We've got a clue we're not going to gain any points here. If we can stick them behind, I know what you're saying is working hard when we come back, but if I'm them, I'm thinking we can stick these in relegation zone. We could be 3-4 points adrift. So from our point of view, it's fine. We've got the games, but from their point of view, psychologically, to be out of the relegation zone and to be a few points clear, it's going to serve them pretty well as well.
At the end of the day, points on board is better than games in hand, as everybody knows. But it's not as simple as that, is it?
No.
It's not as simple as that when you're in the position that the likes of Wendy's are in, the likes of Wycombe are in, the likes that Forest are in. That where the confidence is shot. Derby, maybe we're pulling away from it. We'll never know. Well, we will know in a few weeks. QPR, they've got 1 good player. They built a team around one or 2 decent players, haven't they? You know what I mean? Their confidence is clearly shot. I don't think they're going to be looking at Rotherham United and thinking, we could pull away from them, we can bang them down there. I don't. Well, maybe they are. I don't know, but I would suspect that we'll probably just fly under the radar and nobody will even know that we're not playing. To be honest,
possibly. You've got teams really struggling. Birmingham are really, really struggling. They lost 4-1 to Middlesbrough at the weekend. There's major speculation about Karanka losing his job there.
Yeah.
Millwall have basically been in free fall for quite a long time now, so Millwall are dropping like a stone. QPR can't buy a win. You'd expect Luton to at some point drop down there. Barnsley lost for the first time in forever at the weekend.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, they may well drop. It's been interesting to see how Barnsley react to losing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But like I said about injuries, good that we're going to hopefully get. It might only be 1 player back. God, that'd be a blessing to have 1 player back.
Only 1.
And then we've got the transfer window, Ben. So we're almost 95% certain that we will not play again until the new year anyway. The one that's in doubt is maybe the Cardiff game and the second.
Yeah, well, if obviously we don't get to play the Cardiff game for whatever reason, another lockdown or people have isolated, whatever the reason may be, it gives us till the 9th of January to make a signing.
That's Everton game, isn't it?
Everton game. Well, 16th to a proper game.
Yeah.
Which is
Derby.
amazing. The recruitment team is, I probably couldn't ask for a better recruiting team at such a small club. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be exciting. I think they've got a few people lined up. I don't know what he's said. I haven't been really following it, what he's been saying. I don't know if he has said anything. I don't know if he's allowed. But, yeah, I'm excited for it because, I'm just excited for it.
Well, the thing is, it gives us time not only to get a player in, but also to get them training with us as well before we've even got a game. It's almost like a pre-season, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're not be training as a team, though, are they?
Well,
Until at least 10
I
days.
suppose. Yeah, 10 days after 10 days has gone. You know what I mean? So, or Saturday just gone. So by the time we come around to that period, we're hopefully, if we can make an early signing, if they can get over after straight away, it's it could be helpful. There's talk of them bringing Josh Coyote back from Carlisle.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Curtis Tilt back as well. Don't know. We'll see. He might be. You don't know, do you? You don't know. I mean, he's obviously Josh Coyote's been doing really, really well up there.
He's not scored a hatful. But what I will say to that is I have also heard that. But we did this with Jerry Yates.
Yeah,
we gave him 6 months at Carlisle. He did really, really well. We brought him back. It didn't quite work out.
It didn't, but they're two different players.
They
different
are
people completely.
But he's playing games. If he comes to us, he's not going to start every game. He'd be lucky to get 15 minutes a game as a sub.
Well,
I would be looking to. I think we don't want to be rushing kids back.
No.
He needs to be going out and playing games. He needs to be getting 90 minutes under his belt, even though it's League Two. Unless somebody in League One wants to come and pop in for him for on loan. But I know everybody wants to see the youngsters come through, and I know everybody wants to see these players being part of the team. But it's what's right for his development.
100%, and I don't think there's any way that they'll bring him back if he's not ready.
Yeah,
at all. We did bring Jerry Yates back, but I think that was even under old regime, wasn't it? Or was it Warney?
Yeah.
But it was very early.
We were
in his
short
tenure.
players, though, weren't we?
Old recruiting thing, weren't it? Old recruiting system.
Yeah.
It was this time last time at Championship,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and we didn't have any strikers. We had Smithy, and that were it.
Yeah. Well,
So-
now Freddie's struggling to get a game, so
Well, yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. Might just be BS that you just brought up for no reason.
It might be. I might be just spreading rumours. Who knows? The other one is obviously Curtis Tilt, which I think there is a strong argument to bring him back because we are struggling for defenders.
Struggling for players, bar strikers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Tilt makes sense. He's playing semi-regularly for Wigan, who are struggling, but I don't think that's necessarily a defensive issue. I think they've got just player issues in general. That would make perfect sense. Hopefully it's a Nicky situation where he went away, needed a bit of playing time confidence, and will come back a better player. He's already said he wants to bring in a left back. Because Matic's obviously always injured, and Clark is more of a winger apparently, even though he never plays him at wing. So that, and we've got Wilder filling in at left wing back all the time, which is good because he can do a job, but it's not what we want him to do.
No.
There's a couple of defence we need to cover. We've only got 4 midfielders really, and one of them's playing left wing back, so we need to strengthen midfield. There's obviously questions over George Hurst.
We discussed that in some depth, didn't we? In the last in the YouTube video. It's not not going out as a podcast. I think just to recap on that, I think the consensus between us was that if possible, he should probably go back and go out. Perhaps to a lower level on loan. I said that. What consensus? That's what I said. I don't know whether you agree with that.
Well, what I said, if you didn't watch it, was I think it depends what the agreement is. If they've agreed with us, just give him 20 minutes a game, watch him develop. That you don't have to be your main striker. I know he's number 9.
Yeah,
but you don't have to be a main striker. But only people know that he's Warney and Brendan Rodgers. So yeah.
Interesting also on this is Blackman. I've just popped my head now.
Yeah.
Blackman's not played the last 2 games, and obviously in all loan contracts there will be a break clause in January. With Johansson playing 2 games in a row, and you would have assumed that Johansson would have continued because he's not done anything wrong.
No.
He's a solid 3 games that he's played overall between the last 2. Is there a case for sending Blackman back, which opens up another loan slot? Ben?
No, Because I say that is because if you open up another loan slot, you've got to bring another keeper in.
We haven't, have you?
We've got
Josh Vickers, who was an experienced League One keeper.
Yeah.
I forgot who we were in the club. Yeah.
We only brought him in because Blackman were injured.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you should send him back. I think that might be a bit harsh. But giving Johansson time. Actually, I think that's probably a good idea.
Cheers, mate.
I thought, obviously, I like it. I've said my thing on Blackman. I don't think he's technically, wonderful. But who is? So, yeah, maybe that's a good idea, bringing another winger or
Free
midfielder.
up some wages, won't it?
Definitely.
You change your mind very easily, Ben, don't you?
I never thought about
You're
that.
very swayed. You're swayed
too
too easily.
I never thought about it, so I thought about it on the spot.
Thoughts, Mick?
On what?
Blackman.
Oh, Blackman. Yeah, no, keep him.
Do you think?
Yeah,
even if he's on the start bench?
Yeah, well, no. You're swaying me. Maybe you're just very persuasive.
I just thought,
I don't know.
We're paying wages.
Yeah.
If he's not going to play.
We are.
It'll be Chelsea as well, so it won't be lower wages, will it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but he's a good keeper, isn't he? But you're right. We have got another keeper. I think it's too early for me to be relying on Victor Johansson as a straight out all in. Number one.
Yeah.
I think he's very, very inexperienced. We're talking about we've watched him play his first three league debuts. His league debut in his first three games.
Yeah.
So he's going to be full of confidence, which is brilliant. But when he gets somebody bangs three past him, what's he going to be like then? And then if we do let Blackman go, Josh Vickers, as you said, is an very accomplished League One goalkeeper. Is he going to cut it at this level? And then do we leave ourselves short? It does open up another squad number or another squad member as an outfield player, which I accept that we're struggling on. So it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But personally, I think I'd keep Blackman on. He's experienced. He's an experienced player. Yeah. Even if it's just to have him in and around the squad, I think for me, keep him.
Yeah, it's something that the club, the Warney and everybody's got to think careful about. So it's a 25-man squad. Bearing in mind you're allowed 19 players in your squad for a match day.
Yeah. If
you have three goalkeepers, you've then only got space for a 19-day squad plus, a couple extra players. This match day squad's coming at completely the wrong season.
Yeah, they didn't think that through, did the EFL? But then again, like we said before, is that really a surprise?
Well, they might change it.
Through.
Still a possibility.
Well, they could have changed it when they knew that everybody were going to be playing 4 games a week. For 6 months. But they didn't, did they? They didn't bother. What they did, all they did was, you can have some more subs. Well, we ain't got any subs because we ain't got any squad. You know what I mean? Just think about what you... Oh, no, it's just balls. It's rubbish, isn't it?
Okay.
Sorry, I went all Varcast then, didn't I?
You did a bit,
and I apologise for that.
Yeah.
I'm missing my VAR.
Looking at we've got the fixed list up in front of us, so we think we've got to try and reschedule 3 games. There is space, so if we look at the fixed list, let's assume we're going to reschedule 4 games and the Cardiff game doesn't go ahead. You could fit one in before the Everton game, but that'd be quite soon. I don't know if we could do that a bit quickly. You could then fit one in before the Derby game, which follows Everton, which is the 16th January. You could fit a midweek one there. At the end of January, you then have no midweek game. Between Luton and Swansea, which is the end of January, there's no midweek game. So you could fit one in there. But then there becomes the issue of you're playing Saturday, Tuesday all the time.
I was just about to say that, because if you can't do it in January because it's too soon or whatever, looking now, you've got early February, you can fit one in there, but you got to fit 2 in the start of February, and then if you do that, we're playing Saturday, Tuesday from February till end of season, bar last 2 games.
So the shortest calendar month, just ordinarily, we've got 6 games. And yet, we've got 2 in May and we've got 5
more
in March.
to fit in.
It's like
we've got 3 to fit in. Look, we've got 6 in April as well.
Yeah.
Well, that includes the Easter weekend.
The thing is, we've only got 2 in May. Obviously, I know it's end of season. But you can always just add them on at the end of the season.
You can't add them on at the end of the season. There's got to be a final date. What you could do is put a game before. So at the minute we're playing Blackburn, then Cardiff, which Mick can't see because it's round the corner from him. But you've got Blackburn on the 1st of May, Cardiff on the 8th of May. You could put a midweek game in between those two games,
True.
which we have done before. If you'll go back to the Reading game at New York before the Leeds game, that was midweek game before, I think Bradford? No, that weren't the last game. No.
You can fit one in between Barnsley and Blackburn anyway, at end of April, start of May. So there's space, it's just whether EFL wants to stiff us over or not, innit?
What we really, 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 really don't want is a cup run.
Yeah. If
we get a cup run, that's going to take away either the one of the games at the end of January, the Saturday up, which is then going to mean another midweek game somewhere else. We really, really, really don't.
I hope to God we lose that game. I hope to God we lose that game.
It's bizarre, isn't it? We've drawn a Premier League club away from home in third round at FA Cup.
And we'll end up
A
winning.
big one.
A
One
big
of the
one.
biggest, yeah.
Second or third in league, Premier League club. And we're saying, please let us lose. We don't want to. We can't go.
We'll end up winning. We'll end up winning.
Of course we will.
I'm going to go in Everton shirt just to sacrifice it. But we will end up winning, I know it. 1-0 scrappy win. I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it.
No.
I don't want. I'm not even going to celebrate if we win. I just don't want to.
I'll celebrate.
Yeah, of course you will, yeah.
Yeah, so there's room, but it's going to make the second half of the season much more difficult than it was in the first place.
Yeah.
We've got a proper proper off-season, pre-season and stuff like that this year.
We did.
Yeah, no, we do now. At the end of this season, we have a proper pre-season.
Well, we had 6 months. This is where it's going to get frustrating because for me, the second half of the season is where we were going to be beneficiaries the most because we'd had a proper pre-season. All these other lot like Millwall, Huddersfield, Birmingham, whatever, they'd played until August and started again in September. They didn't have a pre-season, so they didn't have time to build up a proper fitness. Whereas we had 6 months, so we've had time to build that fitness. So the second half of the season should have been. This is where we come into our own fitness-wise.
Yeah, well, we were second half at season club as well. We have been ever since Warney took over. The second half has always been better than the first.
Apart from last time in Championship.
Apart from last time in Championship, and probably every other season as well. So I don't know. Clearly, probably don't know what I'm talking about. In my head, up here, we're second half. Second half season.
Good.
So anyway, we'll see. We can only speculate, can't we? We don't know when games are going to be rearranged. We don't know whether EFL. We assume that the EFL are going to do what they've done with everybody else, but you never know.
No,
they might find some loophole that who knows to punish us. I doubt it. We don't know when they're going to fit them in. We don't know whether we're going to buy any players. Nobody knows how. But happy Christmas,
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
There you go. That's sorry. I don't know where that came from.
You're just in a mood, aren't you?
I suppose probably am. Yeah.
No.
I'm in a mood because I didn't get my football fix on Saturday.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it for the next 2 weeks as well. Maybe next. And if we could we speak about it as well? Sorry to interrupt you, but go on about if there's another lockdown. If there's another lockdown, I don't know. It's going to be hell. It will be hell.
Points per game. Points per game.
It will. No, but it will be. If there's another lockdown for, let's say, January, little month, little quick, nice little lockdown. Well, not nice.
Not
but,
nice.
Little lockdown in January. That's 6 games.
It is, but I can't see. I don't think. I mean, we're moving a little bit off the subject of Rotherham United here, but it is obviously related. I don't see any prospect at all of us going back to what we had in March last year, where everything stopped, all elite sport and everything else. I don't see that because we've now got the infrastructure in place across all elite sport to protect the vast majority of players as best possible. Obviously, they can't do that. Clearly, it's impossible to do it completely. But so I can't see that happening. I can't see the football season being stopped. Like it was last time.
I'd be very, very surprised. Like I said, the reason it was stopped in the first place because nobody had a clue what they were doing.
Yeah.
And football were like, well, if you don't know what you're doing, we best just stop for a bit. Which was frustrating. And they did. And football, to be fair, have done a fantastic job of getting back up and running.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
The authorities, we give a lot of jip to the EFL, and rightly so, and the Premier League and the FA. They do a lot of things badly, and they've done a lot of things wrong. But in terms of getting professional football, elite levels football back up and running, it's been almost flawless. They've been really, really good about it. So for that reason, it's going to be okay from a footballing point of view.
Yeah.
For all of us who are stuck at home, not being able to do all, it's going to be hell. And
we just got to You know,
2020, isn't it?
January won't be.
no.
True. True.
So hopefully that doesn't have an effect. We'll soon find out. I think within the next couple of weeks we'll find that out. And hopefully we're going to do another episode just before Christmas, so Wednesday night or something like that. We're hopefully we'll have a bit more of an update. We can then go through a bit more information, which hopefully has been released by the club.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll tell us who the player is that's got it, but I don't think that's really relevant.
No,
Doesn't
it's
matter,
not.
does it? We know it's one of ours, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, it don't, yeah, it could be anyone. It really doesn't matter as long as they're all right.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's
that's the main point thing. Obviously, you've seen what happened with Hamilton, and he was a bit ill,
Yeah.
and he's a professional athlete, so it's a stop. Everyone's like,
Yeah, and interestingly with that as well, he did come back and he didn't perform particularly well.
they come out well, don't they?
Yeah.
same with another F1 driver as well.
Yeah. So
But it's a different sport. Stroll.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, anyone who doesn't know what F1 is, I think I'm talking gibberish there. But yeah, I can't really think of any other high intense sports like football. I'm not saying F1,
No.
but you know what I mean. So I can't think of any bar that sport where they've had athletes.
You're
had
an NFL fan, but is this happening in NFL at all?
No.
Because they're obviously a similar level sport to.
Yeah. No, it's because there's not as many teams as there are. So no, not that I'm aware of. But no.
But they're in fans, aren't they? America. So.
Yeah, but it's America. It's hell over there, isn't it? So if you're listening and you're from America,
I don't think we've got any American listeners.
all
What if we have?
Matt all of a sudden they might be listening.
All of a sudden they might be
You never
listening.
know.
Yeah. This is Ben. He's the president of the fan club.
Yes. We've got some news on that, have we, Ben?
Yeah, my shirt's on the way. They'll be ready for the next review game or preview game.
What, in January?
Yeah. No, I'll be ready before that probably. I don't know.
It's
Depends.
Christmas, we don't know, obviously. Don't know
Don't know
how postage and packaging is going to pan out.
I'll give a nice little show off when I get it, don't worry.
Are these things going to be made available to us or to anybody else?
I
If
don't
anybody's
know.
interested in?
I don't know.
See how
See
it
how
is,
it
don't we?
goes. See how it goes.
If it's just like, two bits of cloth sewed together,
Sellotape together.
we might have suddenly spelt wrong. Then.
Did you order it?
Yeah.
Did you spell his name?
I don't know. I can't. I did. I must have done. I don't know. It's going to have president on back. It's going to look sick.
Is everybody else? If anybody else buys one, can they say member or?
I don't know. You're not going to say president.
You've not really worked this out yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
But we'll see.
And then the final question on this subject: is it emailable?
Oh. Yeah, funny. No, it's not emailable. It's T-shirt.
It's a
innit?
shame, isn't it?
Okay. So I think that's all we've got. It's a bit shorter than normal, but we've got not much to talk about.
Well, we can carry on talking, can't we? But it's just we're just going to be filling time and boring the living daylights out of people. So why would you do that? Why would we bore them more than we bore them already? I mean, it just seems daft. So it's a bit pointless, isn't it?
People clearly. Well, I hope if you're listening, I assume you enjoy this because why would you put yourself through something that doesn't enjoy? You don't enjoy words. So this is not our final Christmas episode, although we are Christmas hat.
Yes.
Ready. Unfortunately, obviously, we didn't get to wear them as in the traditional games as we would do normally, which is I am disappointed about. It's been a tradition since we moved back to New York wearing Christmas hats at football games.
Yeah, it has.
So I'm disappointed we haven't continued that this year, but next year we'll be back in the stadiums.
Well, you never know if we win till February, we'll have back in stadium. If we don't lose,
I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on top!
To be fair, we haven't lost.
We haven't lost.
I don't count not losing as an unbeaten run.
It's the whole definition of unbeaten, not losing.
It's not an unbeaten run, though, is it?
Right, unbeaten. Quite right, weren't you unbeaten?
Okay. We're doing that thing again where we try and wrap up and just start talking.
Yeah, let's wrap up.
Again. So we will be back later on this week, just before Christmas, with what would be the normal preview episode of the Borough game, but we'll fill something in. Ben's thinking about doing a quiz for half an episode or something like that, which will be, it's Christmas time. You're going to do a Christmas quiz, aren't you? Up for that, Ben?
Yeah. No worries. It's in the making.
It's not in the making, is it? 'Cause it started.
No. Well, yeah, I have actually.
Oh.
Impressive.
Are you
You'd like to know?
I think he's lying to everybody, but anyway.
Anybody DM me with some questions because I'm quite stuck. I'm quite stuck. It's TT Ben 24 at Twitter. I'm quite stuck. So let me know if you've got any questions I can answer. Ask, not answer.
Oh, God.
Outsourcing his work, bless him. And then we'll try come and do another episode in between Christmas and New Year again, whether it's a transfer window special or we might do a mini season half review. We're not halfway through the season yet, actually, but we'll try and make sure we're not away from your ears too long.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody's got any content that they want, anything they want to discuss, then let us know. We can always. Well, if they've got any subjects that they want a bit of research doing on by Ben, and we can discuss them as well, can't we? On Rotherham United related.
Okay.
Sorry, just my input. Obviously, it weren't welcome.
just interested. You have an idea? Let us know. Mick will be trying to get in contact with Bumble at some point for an Accrington update.
Yes, sometime around about Christmas. Try and do it before Christmas if I can, but obviously I don't know.
So. We are at 4 days before Christmas. So
maybe that might be a bit of a bit late now.
Do after Boxing Day.
Yeah, no.
In between.
We will get a mid-season update on Accrington Stanley and how they're doing from Bumble. He did promise. So, and they're doing all right, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Not doing bad at all. So, might have to transfer my allegiances.
Well, they've had issues. Well, we're having issues with all the games being postponed. League 1 have had a couple of teams, haven't they?
Yeah.
There's 2-3 teams, and that's not including Accrington's original games, which I don't think they've caught up with yet.
No, they haven't.
There's still a couple of games behind,
Yeah.
so that's how long it can take to catch up with your fixtures. So that's upcoming, and then obviously we're hopefully back in January.
Yes.
If we can find anything special in between, we will. But it's Christmas, so it might be difficult to get some contacts in. But we'll do what we can. So thank you everybody for listening, and we will speak to you all again before Christmas. But if you don't listen before then, have a merry Christmas. Michael, thank you.
Yes, and Merry Christmas to everybody, including yourself, Matthew.
Thank you very much. Ben?
Cheers. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
That was the least enthusiastic Merry Christmas I've ever heard. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you, everybody. We shall see you all, hopefully, in the coming days. Cheers, guys.
Pringle looking towards Agard. Ravel, ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it!